What's wrong, Kay? Is something the matter? I've always talked like this.
Oh, okay, so that's working. I mean, like, I can
You
do
sound so different on your computer. That's so disturbing. Oh my god.
what? How much different do I sound?
Very. I'll put it on the YouTube video in the intro. You sound so different. You just are so less
Alrighty.
American.
So, Kay's podcast.
Oh yeah, my podcast. um, so I'm doing one with Blueberry and Borges in 30 minutes, and then I realised I was doing yours today, so I don't really know what to talk about. But do you believe in ghosts, Zoxzix?
And not particularly. I've got a few friends who do, but I've never really
Do I sound really loud like
seen much
this?
in the evidence.
I just brought my mic closer to me. I'll put it up again. Do I sound okay now?
Yeah. Yeah, you sound great.
Mm. So what do your friends believe? Do they believe that all the dead people become ghosts, or?
I don't know, like I had one friend who said he went into like an old like abandoned house and then he took something from the house and like as they were like running home he tripped over a bench and broke his leg.
And that means
And
ghosts are
then
real?
but no, apparently they went back to the house and the picture that they'd taken was back in the house
So it got...
and they didn't know where it had gone like after they'd left.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, I'm fairly sure they just didn't actually take it, and they thought about taking it and forgot, and then in all the excitement of like being drunk and breaking their leg, you know. But they're adamant that like a ghost broke their leg and took the picture back because it was angry. Yeah. So I mean, like I know a couple of people with stories like that. But I don't know. It just always seems a bit ridiculous to me. Like a ghost broke your leg, or you know, you tripped over a bench. Which
Well,
is more likely?
I don't know. I want to react to something with you. Have you watched... There's something on TikTok going around that's meant to be like scary, and I want to watch it, and then you called me, so do you want to watch it with me?
Okay, send me a link.
Can you share your screen for it, because you're probably less laggy?
Is that good? Is it working?
Yeah, but hang on, wait, let me pause it a second. I need to do that pop-out thing, which I never know how to. Oh, the pop-out button. Okay.
What is this?
Have you ever, like, this is, I don't know if it's gonna be scary or not, but I just saw everyone talking about it, so I'll try.
Seems like a kind of Five Nights at Freddy's rip-off type thing. I'm guessing.
I'm gonna play Five Nights at Freddy. I had an ex once that tried to force me
and
to
welcome to the
buy them.
introductory tape to your new job at Bunny Smiles Incorporated. You have applied to a job in technical support and maintenance. What does this job particularly mean? It means that you, amongst other employees, are the one who will take care of creating a magical and fun experience for Bond's Burgers.
Okay, so
Among Us.
your job is fixing these beautiful animatronics.
How did this stop people sleeping for nights? It's really not that scary, what the heck?
See, like, have you ever seen Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared?
No.
Ah,
How long
you
is it?
should check out Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Show it to me after this.
How much is that dog in the window? The one with the wagon tail. How much is that dog in the window?
I always liked this song when I was a kid.
We can move on. This is really not scary.
10 minutes, so like what they
Safe,
there's a
restore,
storage
secure.
facility.
Wow.
Case we don't forget any gas.
A clown. I didn't know Sim was in this animation.
Okay, so you explore the storage facility.
I'm gonna get jump scared. Wait.
I'm assuming, yeah. Okay, so this is like post Five Nights at Freddy's. The animatronics have been murdering people.
Um,
Yeah.
so I got some ones off the internet. My house was built in 1904. It is a single family home, wood frame setting on a concrete foundation. I've lived here for 12 years. Of all the weird things that me and my sibling have saw, this one is my favourite. After 10 years, my brother and his friends were playing Spanish rock, alternative music but in Spanish. His friends showed up on Sunday. They would practically play into the evening and they would quit by 8 p.m. This happened in autumn, so the days were getting shorter. The basement is not clean, and the brother is walking down there to get pancakes or something. He's about to retrieve his food from the container when out of the corner his eyes see something. It's a shadowy figure right as his peripheral vision. The feeling of dread and uneasiness washed over him. We've been taught that if you're in the presence of a spirit and you feel a bad vibe, to say a prayer or to cuss at it. My brother chose a ladder. He basically just told it, hey, fuck you, I don't have time for this shit. My brother started walking to the house and back to the basement and briskly up the stairs, closing doors and turning off lights as he was walking out. The last switch is on the opposite side of the front door. Luckily, the door was open and the light on the street lamp was flooding the living room with its amber light. My brother said he felt something at his back, but at no point did he turn around. He flicked the last switch and the living room went dark. As he stepped out, he pulled the door shut, still holding his food. He jogged down the porch steps. He walked towards the front gate. Our residence from the main street essentially have a large front yard and no rear garden. As he closed the gap between himself and the friend-laden truck, he kind of smiled and thought things over in his head, mad at himself for speaking out when there was no reason. He climbed the driver's truck. Hey, wait, isn't your brother coming with us? My brother answered, what do you mean? He went to work early tonight. He's already gone. Did you see his car anywhere? The next question they asked was, so then who was that walking behind you when you were leaving the house? Dun dun. So real or cap?
I mean, you never really know with stories on the internet.
Well, who was following behind?
I've definitely that kind of someone's following me, jog to the door thing before, but it's mostly bullshit. Like especially like that whole peripheral vision in a dark like basement kind of room.
I mean,
That's
what
just
if it's not his brother and it's just a homeless person living in his house and he just decided to ignore
I mean, that
it?
does also happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I've heard so many stories about that, and that's like terrifying.
Do you know there's a
Just
rule
living
that
in-
if you live in someone's house for 3 months without getting caught, they technically can't ask you to leave or something?
I don't know if it's without getting caught. I know that like, if you're like couch surfing kind of thing, and you stay somewhere for like a significant portion of time, like they can't just kick you out. Which feels real mean. Like if your friends let you stay somewhere and they're like, dude, you gotta like find a place or start paying rent. You're just like, no. Like I have heard there's something like that, so maybe it applies if you're just sneaking in. Kind of like squatting, isn't it? You know, what's the laws on squatting? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's possible that his mates were just playing a trick on him, or it's possible they saw something too. I don't deny that it's possible that I'm wrong about ghosts, but I feel like it's more likely that someone on the internet's telling a little porky pie.
That couldn't be true.
Or-
The internet wouldn't do that, would they?
Or thinks they're telling the truth, you know? And they're just a little bit crazy.
There's some people like that too.
Like, they were taught apparently as kids to, you know, pray or swear if they are in the presence of a spirit. So they are basically primed, like, since childhood to believe that these things exist. And, you know, the explanation that you have for things, then your brain will assign that explanation to things because that's how brains work.
So, what is like a scary situation for you? What's one of your fears?
Ooh. I really don't like ladders.
Ladders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I like rock climbing and stuff, but ladders just skeeve me out. They never feel safe enough.
So if you look at a ladder, do you just like jump?
No, it's more just like climbing ladders.
What
I've
about
got to like climb a
climbing
ladder.
the
at
ladder
least.
of life?
I don't know what else is like a big fear. Like I mean, like I'm not really scared of like the ocean. Oh man, I used to really be skeeved out by seaweed. I used to be really scared of seaweed. Like whenever we went to the ocean or the beach,
You
because
know,
just the idea of it like wrapping in your legs and stuff.
most
I
people
used to
are
think it
scared
would
of
like drag
like
you down.
murderers, getting killed, heights, and you're like,
Seaweed,
seaweed
man.
and ladders. Oh my gosh, nightmares.
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really rate the risk of getting murdered very likely. Um, you know,
Do you have
but
any
seaweed.
like memories of dreams that you've had or nightmares?
Oh, see, like, there's. I remember I used to have a real bad nightmare about like this puppet that was chasing me around this old house, and if it caught me, I became the puppet, and I was like hanging from the ceiling. I couldn't move because I was just a puppet.
That
And
is
then also I
a
have like a
symbol.
really good Hmm?
It's a symbol of getting chased by society's views, and
I
then
also, have the
just
occasional like stress dream about like I've got to pack up everything in my house to go on holiday, and then like I'm on holiday and I've got to pack up everything to come home, but it won't fit in the suitcase, and it's like, oh no, gonna have to leave stuff behind. I don't know, it's a weird one. But then, like in terms of good dreams, I have a really great recurring dream which I love, where I kind of jump and then kind of like lift my knees up and tilt the world backwards, so I just kind of fall forwards, and it's kind of like flying, but more like just kind of falling.
do you actually feel it?
Yeah,
Because a lot
that's
of
a
people
great
get a
dream.
thing when they're about to fall asleep. They just randomly feel like they're falling, and then they're like awake again.
Oh no, I feel like this is because like I do it on purpose, and like I can stop by just kind of tilting the world back, and then I'm like just kind of running for a couple of seconds on the ground, and I come to a stop, and then I'm just like, hey guys, look what I can do. Hey, it's real
Wow,
fun. It's a great dream.
it's interesting.
You should try and have that dream. If you ever realize you're dreaming, be like, man, I can just kind of
I'm not
jump
sure if
real
that's how it
far.
works.
It kind of is. Um, like I've lucid dreamed a couple of times, and it's essentially just like teaching your brain a couple of hacks to realize when you're dreaming,
Oh
and
my
then
gosh,
you know try and control it a bit.
Zoxzix is a
Like stuff
hacker.
like flying is really fun.
I mean,
Lucid dreaming is like
people
super
do that
fun.
thing where they talk about shifting into their dreams, and they like go into Hogwarts or something.
Yeah, you can do basically like anything. Like sometimes I've had a couple where I kind of like woke up in the dream and I realized I was dreaming because like everything was kind of a bit half formed and a lot of details were real fuzzy, and I was like, what's going on?
See, like, I want to go
Um,
to Hogwarts. Can you actually like feel things and talk to things and taste things when you're in there?
yeah. So I was chatting with like some friends in my dream, and then like I was like, bam, and I shot lightning from my hands. I was like, I can do this now.
Wow.
Because yeah, you like it's quite weird because like it's easy just to kind of slip out of the awareness that you're dreaming and kind of lose control of it a bit again, but it's very fun if you like. There's some good books and like how to's on the internet for like
Can
how
you
to lucid dream.
summarize how do I lucid dream?
So it's all about kind of teaching your brain to kind of pay attention to certain signs. Like big ones are like people's faces and um, like any signposts or anything written down, because essentially they don't really appear properly in dreams.
Uh,
And
But the thing is,
those,
I'm not even aware I'm dreaming, so I wouldn't know to look out because I'm like unconscious. I don't know I'm dreaming till
Yeah.
after. It's not like I think it's real. I just don't know what's happening at all.
Yeah, I mean, it is difficult to do, and like, you do kind of have to be a little bit predisposed to it. So, but the main thing is like reality testing. So, mirrors, like solid objects, like try and touch stuff while you're dreaming. Check your hands, and basically what you do is you train yourself to do these things while you're awake. Um, so that when you're dreaming, they're just part of the pattern of like things that you do. Um, like another one is just kind of holding your breath, because you can hold your breath in a dream and you don't hold your breath in real life, and so you're like, oh, I don't need to breathe. Bam.
So, how often does this happen for you?
Um, I don't know. I get the flying one like every couple of weeks, and I feel like that's like a semi-lucid dream. Um, I'm probably like had like maybe 3 or 4 dozen lucid dreams over the past couple of years. I don't know, because they're still dreams, so you do forget a lot of them quite quickly. It's a weird like state. But yeah, it's also a good tool if you do have like nightmares and stuff, because it can, you realize it's a nightmare, you can defeat it a little bit.
I often have dreams where I get like stopped. So I try and like say if I'm dreaming about like driving a car or something. Suddenly like this massive pillar just lands on the road, and when I drive past it more come, and even when I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, pillars go away, I'm just having a dream. No matter what, I just keep getting these falling, and I can't like say like this is my own dream, I can get rid of this. You're just always there, and it blocks me from going anywhere. And I get that's a metaphor, like you're not doing anything with your life, but I want to be able to figure out how to stop that.
Yeah, it's a strange one. I mean, like I said, there's a few techniques, like there's some really good like blog posts and stuff about it to do, but it is a tricky one, and it's not like 100% success rate. I mean, some people say they can say every time they close their eyes they lucid dream, but I'm not sure how true that is. I mean, you can just make up what happened in your dreams. No one's there as a witness. No witnesses in your dreams. That's why I always commit dream murders. Yeah. Did you see the flying car that got unveiled recently? Like, because I looked at this and I was like, this is crazy.
I don't think so. Tell me about it.
Right, they made a flying
Tell me
car.
about it.
Like, well, it's more like a transformer than an actual like flying car. It's not like what I would consider like a proper flying car to be. It's just a car that is also a plane, but it's pretty cool.
Whoa.
If
Is
it's
it
a
gonna
little bit
become
expensive.
public?
I don't know, but if it does, it will be very expensive, and also presumably you'd have to get like a driver's license and a pilot's license. So I mean, I imagine if you're getting a pilot's license, a driver's license isn't going to be too hard, but still. There's talks of them like being used as like a super expensive taxi type system or something like that. But it's a bit mental.
Where were they
Like I was
pricing
looking at a
them?
few, I was looking at a few things like that because I quite like the latest technological like advances. There's a guy who built a drone platform that could support like someone standing on it, and he was flying around like standing on these drones, and that was pretty cool.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have time for, but do you want to do like another one a different time?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Maybe when you've got a little bit more time, we can prep a few topics. It'd be
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on your podcast, okay?
No problem. Thank you for joining me on it. Goodbye.
No, bye.
He hung up before I could. That's so sad.